have never been more excited to say
No, see, that's me right there. See, that's me. You hear that?
You have such a great voice. You have such a great voice.
Calling out our front field top 10.
Oh, yeah.
So starting on the front row here, we got Jimmy Johnson, number 48, with Casey Kane on his outside. That'll be your row 1. Row 2, we got Greg Biffle, the number 16, Ford Fusion, and the number 11 of Denny Hamlin on his outside. Shuffling now to the third row, we got number 15 of Clint Boyer, and that number 15 5-hour Energy Toyota Camry. On his outside, we got the number 56 of Martin Truex Jr. in that Napa Toyota Camry. In the fourth row, we got Mark Martin in the number 55. To his outside, we got the myth, the legend, Jeff Gordon on his outside. And then for the fifth and final row here, we got Brad Keselowski in the number 2 Bud Light Dodge for Commander Motorsports. On his outside, we got the number 17 Best Buy Ford Fusion for FPR. That'll be your top 10 here for Daytona. I don't know. So guys, fans are all on their feet as we get ready to go green flag racing. Pace car dives down the pit road here, approaching the restart zone. And boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys. Side by side across the line. Look at that. They're side by side still. Even here comes Martin Truex Jr. diving to that middle lane now. And they enter turns 1 and 2. I'm going to watch stream real quick. Okay. All right. So early on here, we have Jimmy Johnson in number 48 diving early on to that lead out of turn 2. We have Greg Biffle right behind him, giving an aggressive push on the back straightaway. As we still side by side behind the leaders, here comes Greg Biffle now to an early lead as they enter turns 3 and 4.
Three wide in the back. That might be a problem.
Oh, God, you are definitely right. 3 wide as they enter turn 4. It's going to get really struggling here as they exit 4. A lot of them into the wall. They're going to recover Mark Truex Jr. blocks. It's going to be Mark Martin, I think, on the inside.
Greg Biffle, Mark.
And, oh, my gosh, they're 3 wide still on turn 4. Mark Martin leads the outside lane. Brad Keselowski is going to be blocking 2 lanes. And they're touching. Can't check around. It's going to be a wreck early on. Caution is out. They all get through. Some cars are really damaged. It's going to be number 27, Paul Menard. 18 of Kyle Busch, and I think Danica Patrick got some damage there. Martin Truex Jr. also around in this early collision, lap 3 out of 40.
So what happened?
I think Kyle Busch got in that too. I think Mark Martin got it. No, Brad forced him.
Truex Jr. came down on Menard and hooked Busch. And then Patrick made it through. So really it was only 3 cars.
Edwards will lead the pack into pit road after our first caution of the day. Carl Edwards leads the pack. Paul Menard and Kyle Busch got into a little bit issues after Mark Martin, I believe. No, it was Brad Keselowski put the block on Mark Martin and then wrecked everyone, or just 2 people. But we'll see if people take 2 tires. I think Marcus Ambrose just took fuel, so I believe he should be the leader. He will, but we'll see who takes. There's Carl, there goes Ryan. So Marcus Ambrose, Brad almost got turned by Danny right there. But Marcus Ambrose takes the risk, and I think takes fuel only, and he will be your leader of the Daytona 500 after our first caution of the day. Gonna send it back to the main commentary, to Commander and MX.
All right. Thank you, Joe, for that pick. Newman in 3rd. Eric, I'm rolling 4th. And we have the number 88 of Downhard Jr., the fan favorite for your top 5. So, pace cars going below the line for our second restart of the day. Single file line to the restart zone. And green flag is back out in the air here at Daytona. We already got people shuffling up high. Look at that move by Carl Edwards. Oh, he blocks it. Marcos Ambrose goes up high to block. Here comes Ryan Newman. Joey Logano's now shoving it down low. Oh, they're peeking all inside. Ooh. Here comes the number 43, Eric Almirola, to the inside. Interesting move.
Eric Almirola chooses not worth his teammate right here.
Wow, everyone ditched the Highland. Wow.
Yeah.
That was a crazy move there by Ryan Newman, but look at that. Ryan Newman now, your new leader here at Daytona. And they are, as we see in the backpack, Kyle Busch, one of the stronger cars of the day. I think he's JGR in this timeline, I hope. The Joe Gibbs Racing number 18 Toyota Camry. He's blocking up in the high lane. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is going to be blocking that high groove now as they on the front straightaway. 3 wide crossing the line. Kurt Busch leading the field and they're touching the wall. Dale Earnhardt Jr. gets some contact there with Edwards. It's still 3 wide. Up here as it turns 1 and 2. Oh my gosh, that was took my breath away there. That was some crazy racing there. Jeff Gordon now to the lead. Trevor Bayne giving him the push out of turns 1 and 2. Oh my gosh, it makes you want to take over there for a second. I'm out of breath. Whew.
Yeah, I'll take over. Jeff Gordon on the point right now with Casey Kane not far behind. Jeff Gordon on the outside lane trying to block the run coming in from the corner. I forgot who's driving that, but someone is with Kurt Busch and Carl Edwards behind. They are 3 wide. We're going to see them slam the outside wall.
Oh, and they are
One.
Oh, and they're wrecking big in the back. We got multiple cars around.
Brad,
Patrick. Oh, someone's up and over. It was 1 Polo Montoya.
Oh my
Landon
God.
Castle also got sideways. A hard, vicious wreck here at Daytona. Greg Biffle, severe damage to his front end. Caution is out, and they're still wrecking. They almost get
oh my God.
The 43.
That could be Eric Amarola.
So
All right, so look on the front straightaway here. Look, all these guys get congested. We just gotta look. What happened? Happened in the back.
They're bobbing in and out. Keep your
Look
eye
at here.
on Juan Pablo Montoya on the outside. Looks like he just got loose.
Yeah.
See, they're running really close to the outside wall right here. Yeah, it looks like he just loses it going onto the front. He goes
Loses
up.
it. Comes back down on Brad.
Oh, wow.
Brad's
Not
right there.
good. And look, he just gets hits hard. Look at that. Oh,
Dang.
hard
Oh,
hit.
Danica.
Paul Menard Holy.
Yeah.
Severe
Vicious
damage to
wreck.
multiple cars.
That was a vicious wreck on the front straightaway. A lot of good cars. I mean, dang, they're just trying to win. Oh, and here comes Tony Stewart. I don't know what was going on there. No communication.
Yeah.
That
No
is a
communication there between spotter and driver. Not good at all. I don't know why you didn't. Getting ready to go back green flag racing here at Daytona. Single file restart for our 3rd restart of the day. Pace car is down. And we are back green flag racing here at Daytona. And they're already shuffling up to the outside groove. Timmy McMurray now to the outside with Casey Mears. Kyle Busch blocks up high. Entering turns 1 and 2.
very aggressive on the restart right there.
As these cars get up to speed, Kyle Busch is going to get moved out of the way here by Casey Kane for DVD Motorsports. Jeff Gordon for Napa Razor Motorsports behind Kane, giving him the push out of the exit turns 2. Again, these guys still getting up to speed here, but I would say they're about getting up to speed here mid-backstretch here. As it's single file on the inside. Oh, and they're 3 wide. Casey Kane blocks them a lot.
Teammates are working together between Carl.
Halfway point, and I think things have relatively calmed down. I think Hype and Joe can get what I'm hinting at here. Calm down a little bit. I think it's time for a NASCAR on Fox. Crank it up. All right, coming across the front straightaway here. Thank you for partaking in that NASCAR on Fox. Crank it up. We are Jimmy McMurray on that high group with Eric Amarola. Manager, awesome. And we have some hitters here.
Green flag pit stops.
We got our first green flag pitters as Joey Logano, Matt Kenseth, and Clint Boyer all have made their first pit stops here at lap 29. As we have some more pitters, Landon Castle, I believe that's Kevin Harvick and Jeff Burton, I believe. So all these guys pitting earlier than the leaders as they're making their way on the backstretch while they are pitting right now. So we'll see if these guys pit right now or they pit later. But we have teammates here as Jimmy and Jeff. Jimmy has been leading a lot of laps, as I'm pretty sure he's led the most laps this race, as I do call it. They do pit this time, but Marcus Ambrose did take fuel earlier, so that kind of makes sense. But will that shuffle him all the way back, or will that make him the leader? Which I don't know. But Jimmy Johnson will lead that pack to pit road, as the earlier pitters have just exited. All of them pit this time as they are exiting pits right now. Let's see. I believe they should be pitting this time. Yes, they are. As Marcus Ambrose, Regan Smith, and Eric Almirola. So with Brad, I think you had to do it again, probably for damage, I believe, from earlier incidents. But with 11 laps to go, we'll see everything that's shuffled out. We'll see if it's spread out, or we'll see if it's still 10. Now we got 10. Wait, yeah, we got 10 laps to go. So the leader should be Jimmy, but I don't know. There's Jimmy right there on the backstretch, and we have pitters, so he should be a leader. No, he is not. Is it Marcus? Marcos. Where is he at? Everything should be shuffled out somewhat. Oh, it's going to be this lap. So Regan Smith is right there. Marcus is probably going to be up there, yeah.
Right there, yep.
Is he going to catch
Good
him?
pit.
So what a pit. I bet he didn't have to take that much. Reckon he pitted earlier. So I believe the new leader is still going to be Jimmy. But Marcus Ambrose gained, I feel like, 3 positions just from pit road, but it is kind of spread out. So will Jimmy Johnson hold on for another 9 laps and win the Daytona 500?
Gordon and Jimmy Johnson. So really good points for Napa Razor Motorsports as we have 2 to go here at Daytona. So MX, who do you think will get it done here at Daytona? Now it's 2 to go. Who do you think?
At this point, I think Johnson's going to be able to get it. He's been leading for about the past 10 laps, and since pit stops aren't a factor anymore, I think it'd take a miracle for Hamlin and Gordon to be able to work together to get past them. Now, if they wreck, that's a completely different story, but them wrecking on the last lap is fairly unlikely since they have a pretty good gap between them.
I agree with you, but again, I think I saw it there was a lap car. I don't know if they're close enough to it to really affect anything, but Denny Hamlin and Jeff Gordon are tandeming a little bit here. So we could see some frontline speed on these straightaways, and we could see a possible leader change up here as we come to the white flag here, sponsored by Credit One Bank. Side by side behind those leaders, Jimmy Johnson still up front by a huge gap. Here comes a laps car here, but here comes the rest of that pack. But again, they have not caught up enough. It is white flag. This race is official. Anything that happens here will end this race. So lap car up front, Jimmy Johnson at turn 2 here the final time. As you heard the fans on the back straightaway here, excited for Jimmy Johnson here. This will be the first race of this 2012 season, and it will be a possible Napa Razor Motorsports victory. Jimmy Johnson now going low. He's going to get slow here by Trevor Bayne. This could change things, folks. Here comes Denny Hamlin to the outside. Oh, no. Oh, no. It is not looking good for Johnson. Here comes Denny Hamlin on the outside.
Hamlin around the outside.
Side by side. It's going to be a photo finish. It's a drag race.
Who got
I think Denny Hamlin got it. Denny Hamlin.
Oh, my God, no.
Denny Hamlin got the win here at Daytona.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Jimmy Johnson just got robbed.
Oh, my gosh. Sir, as you see in the pit road stands, angry. Kitty angry in the pit stall right now. Crew chief and spotter for that number 48. Furious. Look at that.
Look at this.
Look at that. Oh,
Wow.
my gosh.
Photo finish.
Photo finish
Trevor
at the
Bayne
line.
will win.
And Trevor Bayne
Trevor
slowed
Bayne
down
wins.
Johnson enough for Denny Hamlin to get that.